this shit went way smoother than the PS5 shit show. You know, everybody, again, anecdotal in my experience that I know, everybody who wanted an Xbox got an Xbox. Obviously, I know there's people outside of my circle that didn't get an Xbox, unfortunately, but we all got it. We all within the hour. I got my shit in like 10 minutes. You know, got my shit mad quick. Me and Carlos too. You know, Brett got his shit. Like everybody got their shit.
Mad frantic.
It was frantic as fuck. Don't get me wrong. We had to refresh Walmart a lot of times, bro. But we got it. This shit went off well. And yeah, let's talk about the whole experience, man. Because it was a big day too, man. Microsoft. This was the week of Microsoft, man. Like they did. You know, obviously there's only one little catch with Microsoft, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, Carlos, get in here, man. What was your experience getting this shit compared to PlayStation? You know.
So I knew ahead of time when it was going to come out, so that was a pleasant surprise. And me and Tony made a mini blood pact to to try to get the console, because you know I didn't decide on getting an. Oh, by the way, I got an Xbox, Xbox Series X.
I got the X, baby. Let's go.
Yep.
Same.
So I didn't decide on getting it. I was still on the fence. I was leaning more towards no, and the Bethesda news put me over the top. I'm like, yeah, I got to get it now.
There you go. There you go.
Microsoft, you know, they're putting $7.5 billion into this fucking company that makes games that I love. Then I gotta give them some love, man. So that, you know, as compared to Sony, their messaging ever since the announcement of their next console has always been on point and way better than Sony. Sony's like, I'm getting the PS5 just because of its, you know, a de facto console that I'm going to play God of War, Horizon, and, you know, maybe Uncharted, who knows, and Ratchet. But I was still on the fence because I'm like, I'm either, I don't think I'm going to get an Xbox because I can just play all those games on my PC. But after the Bethesda news, like I mentioned, that's when I decided I'm going to get an Xbox Series X. So me and Tony talked about it, and I told him the night before, I'm like, you know what, Tony? Pre-order the Xbox Series X for the contest because I'm going to pre-order one for myself.
Yeah.
And yeah, the day of, I woke up, I got on, I saw like all the messages. I have TweetDeck. TweetDeck is clutch when it comes to like getting news like really fast. So I got on TweetDeck, and then I saw a whole bunch of links, people posting links. Okay, it's online for Walmart. So I got it on Walmart, and then actually I got one on Amazon too. I got 2 pre-orders on the Xbox Series X. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, that's my experience. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, Brett, how'd it go for you, man? Because I hit you up like, yo, Brett, it's happening, Brett, it's happening.
Well, yeah. On this one, let me call up Brett.
Oh, excuse me.
Let's do this.
Call up Brett. I need a Let me stand up real quick.
Damn.
I need to put him on blast. Brett Murdoch of the Throwdown Show gave me shit for not texting him about the PlayStation news. And I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter, Brett, because if I would have texted you, you wouldn't have gotten it because those shit sold out right off the bat. And then what happens with the Bethesda? And I texted him about the Bethesda news. I'm like, yo, Brett, Microsoft bought Bethesda, all with, you know, exclamation marks, all happy. Brett doesn't text me till 5 hours later, and he's like, this is fucking huge. And I'm like, come on, Brett. That was like 5 hours too late, man. The excitement is already wearing down.
Bruh, that's because Tony called me and woke me up with the news, and I talked to him for fucking ever about it. Then I got to my text and shit.
Oh, by the way, just real quick segue, John Christ, because I know you're new. Manny, can you explain what you do over there, man? Because he's like, what is he doing?
Oh, I'm an illustrator by trade. So I work in comic books and animation and video games. So what I'm doing is actually working while we do.
I call it making the magic happen. You know?
I saw Nate. Yeah. I saw Nate respond to John's question, and I kind of read it wrong, but he said he's an artist, but I read it. He's an atheist, and I'm like, what is an atheist?
Manny's really more agnostic. He doesn't really fall into that stuff. All right. Anyway, continue, Carlos. Continue calling out Brett.
Real quick, okay. Carlos, you right, man. I appreciate the shout out. Sorry it took so long. Like I was just in a frenzy. Like I got woken up and worked into a tizzy that day, so it got me. It took me a minute. I totally forgot that. Like I was like, oh shit, I didn't say anything to Carlos. I was like, I'm still fucking excited. Like it was the excitement was not gone. I was fucking stoked all day about that shit.
All I'm saying is an hour after would have been nice.
Fucking Carlos acting like a girl right now, you know?
Well, it depends.
Carlos, Brett, you be taking a minute to be responding to your boys, man.
No. That's my bad.
Brett-
What time did you
Brett
send
put-
it? Because
Brett put me on blast last week, so I got to do it this week.
Yeah, no, it's fair. It's fair. I was actually about to be like, well, thankfully this time Tony helped me out. Like, nah, I'm just fucking kidding. So no, I was ready for this
Call
one.
yourself a gamer.
Because I when the whole Sony thing went down, like, man, I was at work. That's why I like detested the whole thing where people were like, if you were a real Sony fan, you would have got one. Like, motherfucker, I was making money. I'm contaminated. I'm gonna reach over with bloody gloves and pick up my phone on the off chance that Sony is maybe releasing a console when they said they weren't going to. That's fucking ridiculous. So they said.
Yo, hold on. I just imagine this. We're going Brett's fucking tattooing a motherfucker and shit. His phone goes off. Oh, shit. Hold on, bro. I got to get the PlayStation right now. This dude's waiting and shit. That'd be hilarious, man. Brett's hands are all fucking bloody and shit. He's just like, I got to get my PlayStation. He's getting yelled at by some dude and shit. Oh, my God. Anyway, continue, sir.
Tony,
Yeah.
it's like that video of the guy getting his hair cut by the Drake.
Yes. Cut my fucking hair.
Oh yeah, that one.
Then they're like, tattoo me, man. Anyway, go ahead, Brett.
Riku said he had something to say about that.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Riku.
Yeah,
Riku Son 1.
Yeah,
Go ahead and defend PlayStation's release.
Yeah, let's go. I told you I'm ready to pony up and throw down. You best be ready for it. We defended Sony all night long. All right. Yeah, I'm about to justify the fuck out of it. Watch this. All right. So when it came to PlayStation side, right? PlayStation said that they were going to release the pre-order for consoles on a specific date. That was Walmart's decision to.
Nope. That's a misconception. No,
you say that.
The president of Sony Japan told them that they said that they left it up to the retailers to decide when they wanted to. So Sony of Japan told the retailers one thing, and then Sony PR of America told the customers another thing. That's not Walmart's fault.
I don't know where you heard that. Everywhere I'm hearing, Walmart broke the time in which Sony.
I'm pretty sure it was a tweet by
No, because
what are you talking about? No. Walmart broke the street date, bro. They did.
Yeah,
they broke the street date. They broke the street date.
Walmart broke the street date, and Xbox said if anybody does that during ours, we're penalizing.
Yeah, exactly.
Xbox wouldn't come out and say that if Walmart didn't pull the bullshit that they did. When Walmart pulled that shit, then Amazon was like, well, we might as well do it too. Then Best Buy and
everybody did. Target, Best Buy, everybody jumped in.
That's when the unpredictability came in.
Yeah, because remember, the pre-orders for PlayStation were supposed to go up on Wednesday morning, right? I don't know the time. If you guys could tell me in the chat, let me know. I don't know the time, but it was supposed to go up Wednesday morning. Tuesday night, Walmart said, fuck that shit. We're putting that up now. And then Target said, word? Okay, Target, GameStop, everybody went. Amazon was the only one. They did it at 12:01. It was the only one, but still.
What I'm saying, in my group of friends, in regards to the Xbox thing, it was actually
those ponies, man.
Well, no, I don't know if I think they're a bunch of multi-platform gamers because they wanted an Xbox too, and they said they were there. But apparently, as far as I'm hearing, there was actually a lot more bots. Not Xbots, but bots.
Yeah. I got something to say about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, ready to. Since obviously they know when this is going to happen, they said there were a lot more bots ready to take up the Xboxes since they knew when it was going down versus that whole debacle that happened with PlayStation. That just randomly happened and everyone just scurried to go and grab it. But when it came to the quote unquote more organized side of Xbox, I actually heard there's a lot more bots that got their hands on Xboxes than the unpredictability of that whole Sony debacle too.
So you're saying okay. Are you saying it's better to just throw it out there and shit and not even have a
I'm saying both sides are bad. I'm saying both sides were bad.
By the way, real quick, John, let me see, where's his comment? John Christ, he says Nvidia added reCAPTCHA to their checkout process. That helped a lot. They all should have done that shit,
Well, I mean, you can't. That's weren't you officially buying that from Nvidia store?
I believe so. I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they can control all of that.
Yeah, the other retailers don't do that.
By the
No,
way, yeah.
don't
By the
do
way,
that.
they did
No,
that.
they
They
should.
also did that after the fact. After that bullshit happened with the bots.
Yes.
Right.
Like, okay, here's the thing. Say what you will about the PS5 and Xbox pre-order things. The Nvidia thing was way worse. Way worse. You know, which is sad because, like,
in general, how they get a lot of stores like I always complain about toys stuff like Hasbro and a bunch of stuff. They limit the amount of buys per person. So will there be like 2, or they'll have like an additional checkout thing that you have to click in order to be able to get to the next page, because again, once you have the page already there and then the bots start hitting it.
yeah.
Then it just keeps buying them and buying them and buying them, and then they sell them on the third party market.
I'm surprised we made it this far into technology, and these online stores don't have like a way, which is like you guys said, an easy kind of relatively an easy fix to this. There's a decent amount of ways you can go about this. That whole capture way, that is a very good way to go about it.
Here's the one
made to stop bots.
Here is the thing: Walmart and all these other companies don't give a shit if they're getting run over by bots. You know why? They're still making fucking money. Yeah. That's why they don't do a goddamn thing about it.
I understand that.
Yeah, they make money regardless.
It's the same. It's like, again, I talk about the toy market, same shit. Where like they release something at Target, the bots like literally have their ways with them. They're hard to get at the fucking stores. That's the same shit, but they don't give a shit about it. They're just like, all right, we sold every single one that we wanted, that we ordered. So there we go.
That's how it is, man.
I understand that point of view.
Mm-hmm.
All right, B-Will, get in here, man. What do you think about this whole Xbox pre-order launch?
I mean, I think they had their hearts in the right place, but maybe they shouldn't have been quite so snarky about PlayStation's rollout, because for a lot of people, and this is just me spectating, people on my timeline or whatever, they were like, I didn't get one. I didn't even get a shot at it. It sucked. My friend didn't get one. So I was surprised that it seemed like if you plan it and you say, hey, retailers, don't jump the gun. Hey, you guys, there's plenty out there. All right, here's the time. Here's the date. And then a lot of people still can't get it. I mean, we thought PlayStation would have the problem with supply, but based on the numbers from the couple of people who talked, it was I think only GameStop put that number out there. It says, here's how many digital PS5s, here's how many regular PS5s, here's how many X's, here's how many S's. And the X and S's number stock at GameStop was lower than the PS5 numbers. Now, maybe Microsoft is just saying, fuck GameStop. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to screw them over. But I was surprised that the stock on the Microsoft consoles was lower. That was a surprise to me.
Yeah.
What was not a surprise,
go ahead, bro,
is the fact that both PlayStation and Microsoft decided to shift the numbers towards the more expensive console.
Yes.
I do not think that was a coincidence. It was a con. It's a very smart con, because the people who are going to order, the second pre-orders go up, they just want the new shit. They're going to buy the new shit. Just because they get a disc-based console, PlayStation 5, it does not mean they're going to just buy regular games. They're going to still buy digital games. Tony was like, hey, I want a digital one. That's the one I want. Because he's been saying ever since we saw the digital get revealed like a couple months back, he was like, I'm going to get digital. As soon as they went up, you were like, I had to buy the disc one, because that's all they were fucking selling.
Yep.
Because you are still going to go to the store, the PlayStation store, and buy that game. So they're still going to get that 30% cut of what you buy. You having a disc PlayStation doesn't discourage you from buying digital. And they know that the people who are early adopters are still going to, however they were going to buy it, they're still going to buy it that way. So it's smart. I didn't expect Microsoft to do it too, but it's smart and it's sneaky. And that was the biggest surprise to me from the launch. That number from between the S and the X and then the diskless and the disc, that was the biggest surprise to me.
Yeah, real quick for you guys who don't know, GameStop, right? They actually had like physical sales and stuff. You could go to the store, pick them up. The signs they were posting were in the single digits. Like they would have 6 X's, 2 S's. I am not exaggerating with these numbers. It was really low. And then today we found out that Sony only manufactured 25% of the PS5s they manufactured. Only 25 were the digital ones. So that lets you know right there, they want you to buy the more expensive one, you know? And just like B.O. said, they know that guys like me are going to be like, fuck, I'm already here. I may as well spend $100 more. You know, that's how they get you. It's slick. You know, it's slick. They know what they're doing. But yeah, but here's the thing, and I want to bring this into context right now. I called Manny up about this shit because I was like, yo, this is crazy. Think about this, right? This entire summer, right? What have we been doing on Throwdown, right? We've been speculating when are these consoles coming out? What are they going to cost? When are the pre-orders rolling out? We were wondering when is this game of chicken going to finally end? Finally over. Like, think about it. Like, we've been talking all this time. We're finally done. All we have to do now is just wait for the consoles to drop. We're past the point. We know the prices. We know the systems. We know all that shit. So I'm like, wow, this has been a crazy ass journey. Like, we've never really had this happen with any console generation, waiting this long, obviously because of the Rona and all that shit. But I'm like, wow, just looking back at it, it's like, yo, we went through a crazy fucking ride to get here, you know? So I just want everybody to appreciate that because, like, I almost forgot it. Like, at the end of it, I was like, all right, whatever. It's like, oh shit, yo. We wanted this crazy fucking journey, videos, content for days, and not just throw it on. Everybody was doing that shit, so it's kind of like a relief, like, we're done here, we know that shit.